Testing in modern distributed applications can be complicated because you're often dealing with back-end systems that are out of your control. They could be mainframes, databases, or third-party components. These services, while not in the scope of your application, still need to be available while testing. So what if you go to test your application and one of these pieces isn't available? Now the whole environment becomes unavailable to do your testing.
This is actually not a problem, because you can use service virtualization to create simulated versions of these services. They will have the same required behavior as the real service, but they will always be available when you need to do your testing.
Let's talk about that testing for a second. Notice that there's multiple inputs to the application. There's a browser, a mobile device with a REST API, and an IoT device. How do you ensure that you're thoroughly testing your application end-to-end?
This is where SoaTest can help with omni-channel testing that includes testing the API. Through SoaTest, you can create comprehensive end-to-end automated test cases, thoroughly validating your application regardless of the message format or protocol.
Okay, so now there are simulated services for the backend and comprehensive API tests to fully validate the application. Can you combine these two together by sharing data sources and performance information?
Exactly. By tying together reusable API tests and virtual services, you're creating a template for your environment and sandwiching your application in the middle of this predictability. You can then call this template anytime you want to deploy this environment and test away.